Okay, it was quite dreary there, so I opted to come outside and do a little bit of seed sowing. What I'm going to sow this afternoon is some sweet peas. Sweet peas are an annual plant. This particular variety is the old-fashioned mix, which in my opinion are more heavily scented. They're the kind that twine and grow up trellis or fence wires, things like that. I love them, so very much looking forward to seeing them flowering later on. Okay, so what do we need? We need some compost. Now this is seedling compost that I already had in my hut, so that was handy. If you can't get your hands on any, you could try mixing an even mix of general purpose compost, some molehill soil if you can get your hands on it, and some leaf mulch that you might find lurking about beneath some shrubs or trees at the bottom of the garden if you've not been too tidy and already tidied them away. So mix all that together and you'll end up with something not too dissimilar to this. It's all about the nutritional value of the compost. You don't want the compost being too high in food. The seedlings are babies after all, and they don't need to be overfed just yet. Okay, we'll need a container to put our compost into. Now I have used a juice bottle that I've cut down to about 10-12 centimetres here. Sweet peas like to have a long root run, so that's why I've left the bottle quite high. I put in some drainage holes at the bottom also. You could use toilet roll inserts and jam them into a plastic box and put compost in there. That would work as well. I have got a clear plastic bag and an elastic band for my propagation pot later on. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to put some compost in, give it a shiggle to settle it a little bit so that there's not too much air trapped in there. The compost feels quite moist to me, so I'm not going to add any more water at this stage. And I'm going to put in about 6 or 7 seeds in here. Now, if you read the back of the packet of the seed, it will tell you that you should soak them overnight in lukewarm water. Now, I haven't done that. I was working with a group of people last autumn when we were sowing these seeds, and we did a wee bit of an experiment. Half of them were soaked overnight, another half weren't, but the germination results were much the same. I couldn't say one way was better than the other. I'm not saying you should do that though, but that's the reason why I haven't done that today. So I'm now going to cover with a little bit of compost, and I am now going to give them a good soak of water. This is just a juice bottle that I've got my dinky little bottle top water on top of, but you could just poke some holes in the top of the existing lid of the bottle. Give them a good slush round about. Now I've written today's date on my labels so that I know when I sowed them. Stick the name tag in beside it so I know what should be growing in there. Then I'm going to put my plastic bag over the top and secure it with an elastic band, like so. This is a plastic food dish out of the supermarket, but it doesn't have any holes in it, so it acts like a tray. What I'm going to do is sit this tray on my windowsill with my seedling pot on top of it. I will then water into this dish and the compost will soak the water up to the seedlings' roots. Okay, between 7 to 21 days for these seeds to hopefully germinate, so I will keep you updated with progress.